Get off the Wi-Fi too.
Actually, Wi-Fi not a bad idea. It's a good idea. Welcome to another edition of Ring the Bell. It is me, Joey the Dream, with Danny. Danny, how you doing today, man?
I've been depressed, man. I've been having weird dreams that I lost my title. But then I wake up and I lost my title. It's right there though. I can't touch it though.
Yeah, don't
King
touch.
William told me I'm not allowed to touch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. You should get some help for that, man. Go out, lift some weights, drink some beer or something like that. I don't know, do whatever you do.
Yeah,
But
man.
let's jump right on into our first
It's
topic of
whatever.
today. Um, hmm?
Hit that intro. Hit that intro.
Oh my bad.
Hit that intro.
He said that.
It's the Bumpy Boys, bitch, you better bow down. Crowd just wanna hear the show, start the countdown. Don't be messing around, we ain't chasing no clout. Better shut your ass up before we put your ass down. Might get lumped up, taking verbal bumps, chump. We don't ever bite tongues, always keeping it a buck. Dan, Joe, and Will, they gon' change the game. Bump Boys podcast, it'll melt your brain. Y'all don't wanna see the flame, so don't spark the match. We like rookie Kurt Angle, make your ankle snap. Three amigos like Eddie, but don't lie, it's feel. Only cheat when we got it, but to win we will. Mike skills like Dusty, but go hard like Brock. I'm a stunner like Austin, dropping elbows like Mach. Y'all don't wanna see the finish, cause it's us on top. 1, 2, 3, get the V and get a warrior pop. Yo!
All right, let's jump right on into our first topic of today. And I need to ask you the main question that I've been asking a lot of people. I need to get your opinion on this, and I think we have some dueling opinions on this. Is Bray Wyatt worth the hype?
I think so. I think so, man. I think so. I've he cut a really great promo Friday on SmackDown. Like I like his promos because it makes you think. Like it makes you think of what deep down he's talking to. Like me personally, I've been having these different takes about I don't some of me makes me think it's a faction, but some of me makes me think it's split personalities. That the Wyatt Six is gonna be the creepiest out of all the gimmicks. It's gonna be like him with the gimmicks, like the bounty, the creepy bunny that keeps cutting him off.
Okay.
Like there was this weird dude with who looked like Hulk Hogan. It got cut off. I swear to God, if it's Hulk Hogan, WWE, you swear to God, and you better not watch this and make that dude Hulk Hogan.
You said Hawk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan? Or,
Yeah.
or Hawk Hogan? I don't know who Hawk Hogan is.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Okay. I was like, I might want to see Hawk Hogan. Like, I don't know who that is, but like, so far you're saying like you are invested in Bray Wyatt. Like his gimmick, like, is that something you are still invested into? Like,
Yes.
with
Yes.
this whole mysterious QR code and
Yeah, I think
digital media.
I think the QR code is a really good thing because it's bringing back the more of the adult audience, if you know what I'm getting at. Because kids won't give a shit about a QR code. You know that. They just want the t-shirt, action figures.
I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna get into my take a little bit later, but I have a couple more leading questions I gotta ask for you. That way, I can have my proper rebuttal.
Okay.
Like, so with this whole Bray Wyatt thing, you have this whole thing on social media. It's very popular and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And is that something you look forward to when you're going onto social media and or when you're watching the product and you see a QR code and stuff like that? Is that something that when you see it, it almost piques your interest, almost as like when you see like, oh, there's a special match, is a really popular thing I want to watch. Does that pique your interest and is that getting you excited for it?
Honestly, yeah, because when it pops up about within seconds, it's already on Twitter. Like me and Isaac talked about this on our streams. That the minute you pop up, you don't even have to scan the QR code anymore. It's usually you just got to go on Twitter and type QR code trends, and then it pops up WWE.
Do you feel like that's taken away though from the experience? Like, there's someone who's already like who's experienced what Bray wants you to experience, where he wants you to scan the code. He wanted you to look at the
like the
documents.
latest-
He wants you to look at the documents. He wants you to call that phone number. He wants you to listen to the audio. And then you're like, you've gone through the steps. Do you still get the enjoyment of just, instead of going through Bray Wyatt's process that he's trying to lead you down,
Mhm.
it's just Twitter basically saying, here's what I found out. Here's what it is. Here's the raw facts. Take with it as you want. And then people are saying like, oh, I love Bray Wyatt and stuff like that. Do you still feel like you're getting the full experience Bray Wyatt intended you to?
Yeah, kind of, but yeah, kind of. I think you got to do it, but sometimes I usually scan it anyways. Like I usually scan it anyways. I usually scan it and get it off my computer and scan it.
Have you ever missed a couple clues on there where you're like, oh, I scanned it, I found a couple things, I went down a little rabbit hole, but someone else is like, hey, I did the same thing, went down a different rabbit hole, found something completely different.
Yeah,
Is it pretty like straightforward? Like
different things. Like people can get different things out of it. Like I didn't notice what the HTTML was Donnie Darko. Was the symbols for Donnie Darko. You saw that? You heard about that?
I heard about that one. I did hear about that.
So like it brings you to a psychological report. Basically, people are like saying it basically does the symptoms of a sociopath. Basically, it proves Bray Wyatt's a fucking sociopath. Sorry for my language. This is a rated R program though, so it's okay.
Oh my god. So yeah. Okay. So it says that you said sociopath.
Yeah. When we read you
or a psychopath.
So I can read you the symptoms. I will bring it out. I don't even care. I'll bring it out. Give me 1 second.
Well, you must care. You're looking it up. But like, is he? So okay. Yeah.
I'll read it. Okay. Client signature refused to sign. Difficulty showing remorse or empathy, and conflict with social norms. Others disregarding or violating the rights of others.
So he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then anyone's wondering, there's a difference between sociopath and psychopath, but I'm not about to get into that. That's a whole topic on itself. So okay, so then I heard it gave you like a phone number and then gave you like an audio.
It's like a client ID, but then I didn't realize that if you called it at first, I didn't realize you called the client ID. I saw that on Twitter, and then I called the client ID. So like if you call the client ID, it's the song, it's the lyrics. Some voice, it sounds like Bo, because Bo is rumored to be coming back. So it sounds like Bo, and it's like I'm not crazy, or I'm not. It's like the lyrics, this. It's the song to a David Bowie song.
Okay.
It leads you to the lyrics of a David Bowie song.
Interesting, David Bowie. Okay, it's a lot of character, but interesting. I think it's something different.
I think this is a really good take because at least people, the thing what I'm nervous about with these people, I understand what you're getting at, Joe. Why you would hate it because
I never said I hate it. I haven't dropped my take on it yet.
I know, but I have a feeling. I just have this feeling. I know you.
So I will say this. I don't hate Bray Wyatt. I actually am one of his earlier fans from back in the NXT days when him and the Wyatt family had like a Braun Strowman.
I feel like we're gonna get that with the darker side.
Yeah, but like I said, back in the day when they introduced Braun Strowman, people were like, "This is a joke" or whatever. I was me and Jamie were both big Braun Strowman fans, and I put them at the top where I was like, "This is gonna be one of the strongest factions that can compete with the Shield," and they fucked it up. But what I'm saying, my whole issue with this is Bray Wyatt has always been great with promos. He's always been a great talker.
Yep.
My question with that now is, he's always been a great talker, but has he evolved? Is his range? And he hit different ranges. And my question with that is, no, he hasn't hit different ranges.
Yes.
He's
more of a talker. His in-ring style, it's not. He's not gonna wow you with his in-ring style.
It's all been the same. It's all in the same genre, the same tone, the same theme, and stuff like that. So, as great as a promo talker that he is, I feel like his range isn't there, and that's why I'm kind of like a little. Like he always has great promos. He always talks and he makes you think. But my question is like, when is he going to sometimes have something a little different in his promos? People can argue that, hey, like he was very passionate with the whole promo he did on Friday Night SmackDown. It was a.
Did you watch?
It was. I did watch it. It was a decent promo, but for me, his style of incomplete
I did
promo.
not.
Hold on. Let me finish because I'm talking. What I'm saying, like his style of incomplete
okay.
promo is not something he does it too often.
Yeah.
Where he gets cut off and stuff like that, and then now it's the promo. Oh, what's gonna happen next? It's just one of those things. I kind of want something a little more complete. I understand they're trying to tell the story, but it's a story where you're reading it and then you stop halfway, like on a chapter. It's like, and then the boy walked to the, and then you're supposed to flip the page and it says through the door, but the boy walked through the. I said I'm only reading page 25, and this is page 25. Page 26 is tomorrow. It's one of those things like, yo, finish.
They want you to watch
your
it then
thoughts.
They want you to watch it the next week.
But as someone who knows that's what they want, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like you can, I'll wait 3 months and I'll get the full chapter.
It's that long-term story, man. It's that long-term story of the guy that they hired, their new long-term story writer. I give them credit. At least they're actually doing long-term story. Because this was Vince. Vince would have shit on this already.
Is it long-term story or is it just dragging something out longer than it needs to be though?
You make a great point there. Sometimes you got it when like I'm not sure what. I don't know how long you can drag it.
Like they teased this whole thing for like what, 2-3 months? Like 2 months, I'd say 2 months.
No, it's like a month. September. It was September and like halfway.
No, they started in August.
No, end of September, beginning of September.
And then he came back in October.
Yeah, so yeah, almost.
So okay, let's go 2 months. We'll go 2 months.
A month and a week. So yeah,
let's go 2 months. We're rounding up. We're going 2 months. Or September and October, 2 months.
Yeah.
So fine. What I'm saying is like, it's just very like everyone speculated before that it was going to be Bray Wyatt coming back, and once we saw the vignettes, it's Bray Wyatt. It's kind of thing. And my whole thing is like I'm just tired of hearing the same take over and over, and people calling them hot takes. And I think that's something me and Will have discussed behind the scenes is your people's hot takes on Twitter is just wrestling rumors and news.
Yeah, I could agree with you completely.
Like
there.
we've had talks with people on streams and stuff like that, and they're like I'll have a hot take. I'll tell how face value. I think Eddie Guerrero is just one of those people who people say he's like Mount Rushmore top 5, top 10. He ain't anywhere close to mine. Like he just ain't gonna make it up there, and that's just a fact.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's the best part of wrestling. Like we can have different opinions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the question is he worth the hype? In my opinion, no. He's taking way too much time, resources, and stuff for me to invest in something that I don't even know if it'll pay off. It probably will pay off. Like 90% of it is gonna pay off, but I don't have the dedication to sit through this and stuff like that. Especially with all the hours of wrestling WWE provides us. There's so much product out there. Digesting all that and digesting it over a course of time is a lot.
I completely agree, especially with this new main roster people popping up on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had AEW bragged about. I know I'm going off topic a little bit, but it should be a good discussion. But Rampage, they bragged about beating AEW's minor league development show.
Yeah.
But I know they stacked their minor league development that night. They stacked it with the return. They with Shinsuke. Triple H did not hold back from sending his own people down there.
No, I agree.
And I watched both of them back to back. Like I watched NXT and I watched AEW. So like,
see, for me, I was like, for those who don't know, like Friday nights, I do my own certain things because it's the start of the weekend and stuff like that. But my thing with that is like,
what day do you usually catch up?
I usually catch up Saturday morning. Saturday morning is something I used to do as a kid, catch up with as much as I could. But with the Bray Wyatt stuff, I feel like it's a lot of repetition, a lot of repeat. It's a minute of talking points really on.
I got another good topic from it.
Well, 1 second. Like there's like 1 minute of just talking, and then it goes blank, and then there's a recap of it. So in my eyes, Bray Wyatt only takes a minute of my week. So that's why I don't see him being worth the hype, in my opinion.
Okay, I understand. But I also see that the video clip that you rewatched on YouTube, Did it have the music playing in the background?
It did, and I did not like that at all.
I did not like that at all.
That-
We can completely agree. That distracted from his work.
It was. I agree. I think you hit the nail right on the head. That was very distracting. I liked the music by itself, but when that was in the background, it was taken away from the message I felt like he was trying to say. So once they stopped the music, that minute I was talking about was that minute that they had my attention. The time there was stuff
Okay.
going on with multiple things. I don't know if that was like supposed to be a sign or a thing, but it completely checked me out, and I had to scrub through. And so when I saw it drop off,
Yes, I do like the song. I think Code Orange did a fantastic job.
they did a good job, and it's a good theme song. It's a good theme song. I think the more we hear it, the more we're going to appreciate it. Just like how when Edge debuted the Judgment Day theme song, people were like, I don't know how I feel about it. Edge,
People love it now.
Like, but then we be driving around. Next, we'll be like, like that made me going in on it, and then I'd be like, yo, we'll be re-talking this. Let me listen to it a couple times, and then you hear the actual song. You're like, yo, this is a banger, bro.
Dude,
like,
all four of their songs, like Rhea's revamp of it,
mhm.
Finn's new revamp of it, Damien's revamp of it,
Yeah.
using their old theme and combining it. Like, dude, they are some. We can go all day about wrestling themes.
Yeah, that's like a whole topic and stuff like that. But like, I think we can both agree, like, wrestling is a very big spectrum, and
I think that's one
there's
thing
things I like.
WWE
There's things I like that I think you
that's-
guys will
I think
think
that's
like
one
it's
thing
weird.
WWE has AEW beat is the themes right now. Besides the sing-alongs.
Are you talking about like themes as in like
Theme.
the theme songs, or
Yeah.
see? I thought what you were saying is WWE's beating them in like themes as like that, like wrestling storylines diversity. I will say that WWE has different themes and storylines that are all different, and they're all kind of they're finally starting to intertwine with each other, and that's what
Yes.
I'm appreciating now. Like, we don't have to see Roman every week. We can have Jimmy and Jay take care of their things, and then now we're leading into the thing with Sheamus, which is causing stuff over here and
Couple
stuff like
weeks,
that. And
I'm gonna try to get it the Bump Boys there because Bump as one of the places that Roman is coming to, because he only has 6 more locations left that he's showing up. 6 more shows, including Survivor Series and Crown Jewel. One of them he's getting is Hartford, Connecticut.
when is this?
That is that is November 18th.
It's not a bad one. Is that a Monday?
That's a Friday.
A Friday? We'll see. But I think that's great though. Like, wow, you got 6 more days left of this year, and we get to see him. Tribal Chief is really a generous one, man.
Dude, it's because we're Connecticut and Triple H is from Connecticut, so
Yeah, you gotta go there, make some appearances, stuff like that. But like, I think it's just like we were saying, like the storylines are so intertwined, and they're slowly being done well, and
mhm.
it's moving, it's progressing. I will say, October, I usually crap on the product because it slows down and gets to the part where it
hasn't been.
lulls. It has been watchable, but I'm starting to hopefully get into it a little bit more. But at the same time,
You gotta
as soon as they take that
I feel
care and
like-
trust from me, I'm gonna be out of it for a bit.
I'm excited to see Triple H, see what he does in November. Best wishes to him. He was not there on Monday night. Road Dogg ran the show, I think Raw and SmackDown, because Triple H has COVID. That-
Ooh.
And especially with him with his heart condition, that's not the best thing. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery and is back doing his thing
Yeah. That's
before they head off to Saudi.
Yeah, and I think that's a little scary right now. Just hearing that Triple H has COVID after he just had was it the heart failure?
Yeah.
He has the heart failure.
Dude, he's had a
a crazy 2022, man. The poor guy, man. Like, but hey, like I will say, like, I'm one of those people. I can't wait for, like I said, once WrestleMania gets here and I can see the numbers and stuff like that, I can make an assumption and judgment on how it went this year. I think that's what I'm really looking forward to. So the fact that Survivor Series is coming up once you get past Crown Jewel, unfortunately,
Did you also hear about
means
the
we're getting
comments?
going.
Yeah, I know it's going off one of our topics, but did you also hear about The Rock's comments about the WWE recently? about his meeting with how he's recently opened up about how he wants a corporate role.
Nah, I heard. I saw his interview where he teased like him acknowledging the tribal chief and stuff like that.
Yep, I saw that
I saw
one
that,
too.
but nah. Oh, wait, he wanted a corporate role. I heard something similar that he was thinking about talking with. He was in talks with WWE.
Yep, he's in talks with WWE.
For a corporate role.
Yep, he's good friends with Nick Khan. So
Yep.
So he'd be joining them. He said whoever buys it off Vince. He also made a great comment. He said the person that buys it cannot be a businessman. It has to be a wrestling fan and a businessman. It's got to be a big wrestling fan.
I think that's a
So
potential. Maybe you can bring Freddie Prince. Freddie Prince is a big wrestling fan, big wrestling advocate, thinking about starting his own wrestling company.
Did he work for them for the longest time?
He did. He was the reason why Jeff Hardy won the title, the WWE title.
Yep.
That was his storyline.
He did a great job with that.
Did a great job with it. Like, I think the man is Freddy from Scooby Doo, like, or Freddy from Scooby Doo. You can't do anything wrong with him. But I think actually, let me piggyback off that. Do you think now with Triple H having, creative control, do you think this eventually leads to a partnership with The Rock, where it's him and Triple H working together, continuing the feud, or not even the feud, but the on-screen storyline of when there's like, hey, can you go one more time? Yeah, I can go one more time. Yeah, what do you think? Like, and he's like, maybe April or something like that. I gotta see my schedules are a little booked. I used to whip your ass back in the day. Could you imagine they finally have The Rock and Triple H working together? So now it's like Triple H don't have to take all of it on his own. Now it's him and The Rock doing it.
I could that.
And then, fuck it, throw Stone Cold in there as a little thing with developmental to talk to younger guys and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you already have Shawn in there. You basically took the attitude area and thrown into wrestling. I think you get a bigger fan with that. And it's less work for Triple H. Triple H can finally have some time with his family. Stephanie can take some time off. You can trust The Rock because he's the biggest star in movies.
I think it'd be great. I think that'd be a great idea for him. And I think that'd be fantastic to see The Rock helping out, especially because I can't wait for this hype. I'm excited. I was a big War Games guy in NXT, so I'm very hyped for next month.
I'm actually not a big War Games guy.
You're not?
That shit takes way too long. It takes like 40 minutes for the match to really, really start.
Yes.
It's 40 minutes of just, hey, we need to make this go so we get to the end. So that's why I'm always like, yeah, I'll skip like the first 5 minutes, the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, now we're at half the people are in here.
I'm excited to see who yells War Games. I'm excited to see it now that they can't use Regal.
Triple H.
Yep, he has to.
It's gonna be Triple H.
He's got to come out and yell War Games.
So no different than when he says like NXT and stuff like that. He's the voice that can welcome to War Games. Right. Like, I don't get that shit out here, man. Like, yeah, have him do it. Howdy.
Is that where you have Roman get screwed?
At War Games?
If he has a title match, because he doesn't have that many appearances left.
No, you don't give it. You don't.
You don't have the.
You don't put a cage. Him. You don't put a cage in front of all those iconic moments in front of this iconic title run. You don't put a cage that could potentially block beautiful pictures and shots being taken. In my opinion,
because I think I know how they're going to do this. I think he's eventually going to get screwed out of his title to set up Brock versus Roman. I think
Rock versus Roman doesn't need to be for a title.
That's what I'm trying to. That's the hot take I'm getting at. They're preparing Seth because if they're going to put it, if Cody's going to win the Rumble, because it's so fucking predictable. If you watched Halloween Havoc last night, you would have got annoyed with the Cody Rhodes ad. You know that Cody Rhodes recovery?
No. I don't care about Cody Rhodes.
I know you don't. It's a hot take.
I already told some people at my job about it, and they're like, "What? You a wrestling fan? You don't like Cody Rhodes?" I was like, "Yeah, I'd rather watch Brandy wrestle, bro." And they're like, "You wild?" I was like, "He was better on AEW. Like, you need to stop it, man. You're saying some crazy stuff." I'm like, "Bro, I like different things than you do. I think Steve Blackman was probably one of my favorite things back in the day."
People said that you need to have him come in one and have him go to 30 or 2.
Bro, have him come in one, eliminate the first person eliminated. They're like, "Oh man, you gonna do Cody like that?" Cody just, man, things are different around here. Like, yeah, bro, new era, bro. back out, have Theory eliminate him or something like that. I think that'd be great, man. Like set up for that little something going on.
I think Theory teased an NXT cash in. He didn't do it last night. He didn't even come out, but it's fine.
Yeah, and then people are speculating, put on the Wikipedia. I saw that as
Yep,
well.
yep. They fixed it. I
Because when you
screenshotted it.
screenshot and sent it to me, I was like, ain't no way this man won the Money in the Bank and cash in on NXT. That's the most stupidest thing you can do right now.
People are like, it's the best way to get out of the Vince. It's the good way to get rid of Vince's issue. Or you have him put it on, or you have Theory have a match for the briefcase if you want to put it on someone new, like they did last year with Miz to Otis to Miz, because it's an Otis situation. Theory is a future world champion, but he's not there yet.
Or you just have him lose it.
Yeah, or you have
him lose it like Corbin lost it to Jinder. People forget that Corbin versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE title. John Cena came in and ruined it, and it was just one of those moments like, yo, what's going on here? And people don't mention it, so it just have him be one of the statistics.
Yeah, I think that was great.
And speaking of Money in the Bank, I think this is a great transition onto our next topic.
Oh yeah,
with WWE possibly scrapping. I know it's called premium live events, but the pay-per-views, the gimmick ones.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Thank God we agree on something sometimes. I love this. I think you're right. They need to scrap it. Like
you can use it for like a Raw. If a storyline needs Hell in a Cell, just put it on a Raw.
Just give it to us.
Just give it to a Raw.
Like how many times has Hell in a Cell popped up where it was like, this is the perfect moment for a Hell in a Cell match. This is what we need, Hell in a Cell. And then next thing you know, Hell in a Cell was what, in
July?
No, June. It was in June. I was like, bro, Hell in a Cell. And then they kept the stupid red cage. And I was like, yo, Hell in a Cell can be used for like the rarest of occasions.
Yes.
Triple H versus Batista. Great moment. Edge versus Batista. I'm sorry, a lot of Batista matches in here and stuff like that. They even did a Hell in a Cell on Raw with Roman and Xavier Woods.
They're bringing the big one back into the ring. I think that should be
needs to be its own pay-per-view, and it needs to be the whole old style where, hey, these men qualified on Raw and SmackDown and NXT. You need to include NXT on that.
Yes, they probably will.
And then what you do is, okay, you have your qualifiers. Okay, now you have
the seeds.
Now you have the seeds, and now the seeds is what we're going to show, and we're going to have a whole tournament. And what they need to do is actually give the person who wins the tournament the actual WWE title like match for the next pay-per-view, or give them an opportunity for that.
I think that would be a great idea.
Like they used to do that back in the day where it was like, okay, you won the King of the Ring, you're going for the Intercontinental. Like William Regal won it like that way. He won King of the Ring, won Intercontinental title, and then he went on a crazy run.
I can see Trips doing that.
And I think this is also because, let's be honest, Xavier Woods had his King of the Ring moment, and I guess it was big. I wasn't invested in it.
I wasn't.
Like at first,
that was his world title.
I had hope for him. I had hope that he was going to do something cool with it, and it got good with King Woods. That was pretty dope, and then everything hit the fan, and we got stuck in a 16-week feud with Sheamus and the boys, like,
yep,
and then they end up breaking Big E's neck. It was just one of those things.
Speaking of Sheamus, he's freaking completely over now.
Yeah, like Sheamus has been doing good, but he's always been good.
People think he should get a shot at Roman next, the Brawling Brutes versus the Bloodline.
I think that would be a great match for him. Just kind of solidify his just
congratulate him.
His year. He gets these moments where he gets kind of pushed back into the to the stardom and stuff like that. And people don't know, people don't remember, but back when Roman was getting shoved down our throat, he was the one who was working with Vince, spoiling Roman's parade. And I think that'd be a nice little thing to have again. Like, hey, you had Vince and corporate with you and stuff like that. That man gone. Now I'm about to just whoop your ass now, and it's gonna be a fair one. And have Sheamus get real close. Have Sheamus potentially get a 1, 2, 3. Have the ref knock his ass out. So they never got to finish the match.
Do what they did yesterday on NXT. It was 1, 2. JD. It was who was it? Who got robbed? What's it? Dragic.
Yeah.
went to hit his finisher on Breaker. It was 1, 2. At the third one, the ref's arm got pulled back by JD McDonough, by the Jordan Devlin guy,
Yeah, have it do something like that where it's like
where he gets
something
tossed by
close.
the third guy.
It's something good, or have Sheamus win by like DQ or GQ or count out or something because like some bloodline shenanigans out there. He wins, he gets the Seth treatment. He wins, he looks good. He technically beat Roman, or he won the match against Roman.
And he can
But
say, I technically beat the
so I beat the Tribal Chief, just like Rollins. Next, you have him and Rollins have a banger of a match. They've always had great matches back in the day. But I think we're getting off topic. But back with the the pay-per-views, we need to save those pay-per-view matches and those gimmick matches for when we really need them.
Yes. So like I said, you use Royal Rumble as like, I know that back in the day they were using Royal Rumble as the way to get one title. And then they used, I know the last couple of years they've used Elimination Chamber to get to the
secondary.
One. Yep, to get to the second one. Like that's how they did the women's. That's why they're keeping Elimination Chamber.
I think they need to move Elimination Chamber to back to like around
Roman
October
should defend
or something
both
like that.
titles in back-to-back nights. Have one night defend one of them, and
It's been established at this point they're one. It's been established that they're one title. Like it's one championship. It's not what we wanted. It's not what people were hoping for, but it is what it is, and we need to just accept that. Like it is what it is. But there is a chance,
he breaks it.
He can split it. They can add a new title to it because maybe he says like, hey, I'm getting bored of this.
The main champion now on Raw.
I'm bored of this stuff. Here, someone take this title. I don't got time for this anymore. Like, you guys need something to fight on. You guys can fight amongst yourself with that, and I'll still just be your Universal Champion. Just know you'll be below me.
I know we're on this. I know we're off topic.
Raise the belt.
Hey, give Triple H credit. He got Brock to come back. He got Brock to come back for a low level feud with Bobby Lashley for a full on regular feud.
I wouldn't say it's a low level feud. It's a feud they didn't finish back in the day.
Yeah,
because Bobby ended up getting hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. So they're just continuing it, which I think is a great idea. I forgot that even happened. Now you mentioned it. Like
that's how Seth got his title.
Yeah, that's how Seth got his title back.
His buddy Brock, his boy Brock helped him.
But I think there's definitely a lot of pieces moving now with WWE, and I'll give them props and stuff like that on it. I just need them to be careful with these gimmick matches. Though
it's Brock's crown rule. It's Brock's crown rule payday.
Yeah, he needs to get paid. So, like I said, I just hope they use these gimmick matches sparingly, properly, and efficiently. So, as long as they're doing all three of those, I think WWE is setting themselves up for success and potentially great moments on Peacock, even though they're already getting paid for it. But maybe even great moments on SmackDown or Raw that they can use it on.
Yeah, I could see a Fox getting a Hell in a Cell, or you can hype it up. It's all sorts of stuff. Because to hype it up.
Hey, like I said, USA had Reigns versus Xavier for the WWE title on a Monday Night Raw. And that's when he started destroying Woods. And put him on the shelf. Remember that? And then he got Kofi and destroyed Kofi and stuff like that. So I think it's a great opportunity for that. But
yeah, I can see them using Hell in a Cell with the Roman feud, like having it so the bloodline gets blocked, something like that. Use it what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah, give it.
Because the reason why they invented it, the reason why they created Hell in a Cell, wasn't it to keep Shawn Michaels out of Triple H's corner, or something like that? Or
no, it was
Triple H keep out of Shawn
It
Michaels.
was.
It has to do with one of them. It has to do with him.
No, it was to keep Shawn Michaels in the ring against The Undertaker because he kept trying to duck and dodge him and stuff like that.
Yep.
So this was a way. This was a way.
Yep. In
for him to
H's
keep
corner.
him.
Yep. To keep Triple H out of his corner too.
Well, they know Kane came over and ruined that whole plan, just opening the door. But what an iconic moment that was. So
yeah.
WWE looks like it's in a good spot. I will say, it's in a good spot. Can't wait to see it in a couple months so I can finally
give your take. You need a full
take and review.
You need a full year under Triple H?
No. I just need
a WrestleMania
season. Up to WrestleMania season. I think that's when I'll be in a good spot.
Once he gets into that WrestleMania season, I think they could pull in big numbers after the football is done.
Yeah, I think so too. I think during that late spring summertime. That was when they were really picking up steam, and I'm just hoping around Royal Rumble
He hits
I'm a
it
little
on
more
all
invested,
cylinders.
and I hope it's not too long of a build up where they're not just throwing things last minute.
Oh yeah, I think they're getting ready. I think the seeds are planning. Like you, which one of you was it? You or Will that said about Jey Uso being the one that dethrones Roman? Who had that hot take?
I've said that for a
Yep.
while.
Yep,
But
because you said that, and Logan Paul recently called him king of the head
yeah,
of the
he called
table.
him the travel chief because he'd be
Yep.
talking so much.
Yep.
But hey, think of it. Jay was his first challenger. What if the first challenger becomes the final person that defeats it? Full circle. It's the whole thing. And
It's interesting.
and in the beginning, Jay was with Jimmy. No, Jay was with Roman, and Jimmy was the one saying like, "Hey, this is my brother. Like, I'm standing up for him." Now, who's drinking the Kool-Aid? Jimmy drinking the Kool-Aid, and Jay the one starting to be like, all the smoke and mirrors, all the spell is gone. It's lifting from Jay. Jimmy's still under, unfortunately, but Jay's starting to come out of it. Like, I've done all this, and honestly, you haven't really done anything for me, Big Oos.
I think while we're on this topic, would you want to see them reopen the KO feud, especially KO versus Roman again? But this
KO
time,
versus Roman was a banger. They just need to get them handcuffs correctly, and Roman needs to stand up, just squatting over and stuff like that.
Yep. But I think they should redo it now, especially with Sami Zayn being conflicted with his best friend.
I think there was the conflict and stuff like that, and it's definitely an opportunity. But I think they're so invested in the Solo Sikoa and stuff like that. I think you need to tie in Kevin Owens some way, but I just don't want them to do it in a way where we all expect it. I want to be surprised, or I want to be shocked. I want to be like, hey, you know what? You got me on that one. I want it to be.
Pop.
I want the pop.
You want the KO
and I
pop.
want to pop for it. Like, it's just one of those.
That was a good one. That was good.
It's just one of those things. I want to be excited too.
Yeah.
I just want. I need to be wooed.
I try not to watch it. I try not to go into social media, Twitter as much lately. So I got the surprises because getting to the point was kind of annoying.
Yeah. And
I understand where you're getting at.
I want that joy again. And if I get that joy, what else is gonna get their joy? So we just focus on writing for me. And I think we got something good. I just want to get off, man. It's on the joy getting off.
We're way off topic. We were talking about WWE pay-per-views. I'll pull us back.
Oh, I go for some wood. No, it's woo. We gotta
pay-per-views. Yeah, so I'm excited to see them bringing back that one. I heard No Way Out, Forgiven.
Me and Will have been talking about this forever. Backlash with the Sipes need to come back. Not this
Bad Blood.
Not Bad Blood.
That's bad. That's a gimmick.
That's a gimmick.
Used the Taylor Swift song.
Back in the day, it used to be.
Do you remember when we were supposed to get it? Do you remember when Hartford was originally supposed to get Bad Blood?
Yeah.
And we all were I made a joke.
Yo, bring back Great Balls of Fire. That Samoa Joe match wasn't that bad.
Honestly, that was a great pay-per-view.
It was terrible. Do you know anything about it? This man had a rope break for like a whole minute. It was just bad. But I think I need actually one last take. And I think we're good on WWE. We've done a lot of WWE today. So the Tony's promotion and stuff like that.
We'll talk about more of that later with our big IC buddy.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get the rest of the group's insight on this. But I think what we need to talk about now is Wednesday we had a great in-ring promo with William Regal and MJF. And in that promo, it left a lot of people saying this is probably his best work so far. My question is AEW ready for MJF? Are they ready to make him the star, the face of AEW?
I think so, because I think you have to, especially with this huge storyline coming up, because if you follow him on Twitter, he says it. His contract is up January 1st, 2024. So unless I watched a really good video of how you predict it. Yep, the greatest bidding war of all time. I think he's already signed. If he signed Jericho, he signed Mox. This motherfucker signed on the dotted line.
I don't think he did.
You don't think he did?
Why? Why would he?
You're right, because I think
The fact that it can come out and be like, okay, this thing he's been trying to hype up for. Because think about it, he's got to do a whole
year
3 months, and like he got like 14 months left. He has to do with this.
I'm excited for this because I think this could be a great like free agent. I think it should do like a sports, like free wrestling free agency. It'd be like a wrestling free agency.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's given us. But the question I'm giving you is AEW ready for MJF? Is this a moment for MJF?
Yes, I think.
And how do you see it playing out?
Okay, let's do a little booking. He wins the title at
Full Gear?
Yep. He wins the title at Full Gear. He's already announced he's cashing it in. He's going to win it. He's in his hometown. He's in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So, New Jersey.
Well, I think it's... Yep.
Dude, yep, it's going to be at the Barclays. So, yep. So...
What else?
He's gonna win it that night.
If he wins it, what happens?
He's gonna go on a crazy title reign, and he's gonna hijack it, and he's gonna hold it till January 1st, 2024. And he's gonna hold it, and then he's gonna keep arguing. Oh, I got the money. Oh, Tony's paying me a boatload of money, and he's just gonna keep defending it, and he's gonna keep beating challengers. You build him up. Winter is coming. You have one last pay-per-view of December 2023. You have Wardlow be the one to dethrone him. Because I know you guys are big Wardlows.
Not in the...
Or would you have someone? No. He holds it till January 2023. December 2023. Well, in that time, you build up Wardlow. Because he's
for a year? You can build him up for a year.
You build someone up to be the one to take the title, to try to save the company, to try to stop him from taking the title. As he threatens, I'm just going to take this and go to WWE.
He does let him drop in WWE a lot. So
he does. He called Triple H Mount Rushmore.
Okay. So you say AEW is ready for MJF.
Do I think he leaves?
No, that's not what I asked, but do you think he leaves?
I'm not sure yet. What do you think?
So I think AEW, it's time for AEW to put some respect on MJF, but my question is, do you do Moxley dirty? Moxley is the face. Moxley has had some unfortunate moments in AEW.
Dude,
he's had
fucked multiple times.
He's had the whole, tournament he won. Then he won another tournament, and then he,
another tournament.
And then he keeps winning tournaments after tournaments after, and he just keeps going to the finals. I guess to the point where it's just like, we're having a tournament, and the winner is John Moxley, and it's like, all right, and here are the competitors, and you're like, all right, well, perfect. I don't need to watch the tournament. I'm already good on this. My thing is like,
I love this.
MJF needs to be up there.
This is kind of on topic, but MJF's tweet about the movie Black Adam. I saw Black Adam movie last night. If you don't like this movie, you're disgustingly poor and can't afford to see it.
MJF. This man is this man's sick. Dang. Anyway, MJF coming out for people's pockets out here.
Dude, he stays in. That's the best part about him is he keeps kayfabe alive, and he's like,
he keeps kayfabe alive. Do you think? I guess this is a good time to go. Is MJF getting stale for you?
No, I think it's hysterical. I think it's funny. I think it's kind of funny how he talks. He said he never wants to go face. He's one of those characters that you can never go face.
So MJF isn't stale for you at all?
Do you think so?
He's getting a little stale. Every promo mentions, the same past. It's
his childhood.
The AEW thing, chip on the shoulder. It's a lot of anger being come through. It's I put him in the same boat as MJF or not MJF,
Hmm.
the Bray Wyatt, and it's just one of those things. Like I like seeing development, seeing a little bit of change. There is a little bit of change, but I'm getting tired of WWE and the great bidding war of 2024, and it's getting annoying hearing it all the time, especially since AEW is in just shambles at this point.
They're
But
getting better. They're improving. I think they're gonna get they're gonna get the boys back soon. I'm not gonna save it for this video, but someone was fired. The guy that bit the nose is fired. Yes, Ace Steel's gone. We're not gonna talk about
but you
that.
ain't, how you gonna say you ain't gonna say him, but just say the whole news?
Whatever.
You hit him with a my bad.
My bad.
But like my thing is like I don't know. It's range.
They
and
teased it. They teased
I've-
the
I've-
Bucks
I've
coming
watched-
back soon. So you got to think they're gonna lift the suspension. And
All right. Anyway, about the suspension, we're on MJF right now. My thing with MJF is like I was watching Suplex. Suplex was talking about giving Undertaker a rating for his card. One of the things I never considered was the range. How good of a range is this person have? Can they be funny? Can they do different things? Can they make you entertain in different things? Undertaker was just kind of macabre. He didn't really have that thing other than the American Badass portion. With MJF, I think he does have range. Like he's had
he
great.
could be funny.
He can be funny. We've seen the stuff what he had with Jericho. We've seen the inner circle stuff. We've seen the Pinnacle stuff. We know he has range, but what I feel like is he's taking this one thing and he's beating it like a government mule, according to JR. He's pushing this down our throat. I want him to save that anger, that fire once every often. Because if this man does not win, hypothetically, if this man does not win
At Full Gear.
what was the point of all these promos?
Yeah.
And AEW has a habit of or AE predictable, but if they try to do something edgy and try to be a little different, and this is the moment they
Dude,
do,
I'd have him just beat up. I'd have Mox just beat the living shit out of him and have him lose and like give him the Mox the punk.
but then if MJF wins, Moxley just got shit on with these world title reigns.
Oh yeah,
He's a 3-time AEW world champion,
it's gonna
but
be.
they all have asterisks next to him.
They're all one reign. They're technically all one reign.
They're all one reign because he dropped them, and then they're like, "Hey, one guy went postal, like he out here throwing chairs, biting chihuahuas, beating up the Milwaukee Bucks. We need someone else to come in and take the title. I got you, bro. I got you. It's just one of those things. I feel like his reign as champion has been tainted,
Oh yeah,
very tainted.
hey, it's okay. He got his wife a job.
Yeah, now his wife there, but I'm hoping MJF is getting. I hope they play it right. There's a way to play it right, and I'm hoping that they're gonna play it
People
right.
still call Mox a WWE guy. I think by the end of this contract, he will be a full-fledged pillar.
Well, he's always going to be considered a WWE guy.
Yes, but by the end of this contract, he will spend longer with the AEW than he did with WWE.
What do you consider Goldberg? A WCW guy, but he's employed by WWE. Rob Van Dam, an ECW guy, but he was on top of the world on WWE. It's just on where they're best. That's where they got their reputation from.
Yeah.
And he's always going to, and WWE has built a lot of careers, and they've also destroyed a lot of careers. So,
No, but yeah, you got.
he's always going to be an AEW guy.
Yeah, just like you talk about that, like the big Shield reunion next month. It's going to be this Shield 10-year. All three guys are basically running the wrestling industry. You got Roman doing his thing. You got Seth doing his thing with the U.S. title, basically running Raw. And you got
Moxley doing AEW. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like.
But 10 years this year, that's been real good.
I got an interesting take for you. Do you think eventually we get a full-fledged AEW WWE? You think Triple H?
So that's what I was actually leading into. So with MJF, I've had this huge hot take that eventually, with the Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk match, eventually the Joker comes in and it's him. He takes it and he goes and travels the world with it. I think that'd be a great thing. I've said some crazy stuff on that, But I think it would be a great thing if something like that did happen.
Yes, and he takes the title to WWE.
And maybe on that night, if it's on a Monday or whatever, he pops up on
day one.
AEW.
They have day one. They have day one.
He pops up on day one with the title, and he's just on savage mode. And he's like, I'm here, something like that. But my thing is, I don't think they're going to do that because Tony Khan recently just screwed over Billy Gunn because he said, you can have Billy Gunn, but you need to mention that he's employed through AEW Wrestling. And they're like, well, there's no need for that. Like, it's been 25 years.
They wanted?
And then they said, well, it's either that you can't have him. He said, all right, peace, Tony. Like, they're like, yo, Tony Petty. Tony is not he's not cut out for this.
Dude, he is not getting along with it, and it's getting hysterical. You know what WWE was going to do? I read that report. WWE was just going to put a thing at the bottom that says, you know how they have when they go on separate shows? Raw. They would just have All Elite Wrestling.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, they would just put AEW Superstar. But Tony wanted to be petty, and he caused that moment, and everyone was pissed. So now it's getting to the point. And before, Tony said it was fine, and then he was like, "Well, I kind of want this involved," and it's just like, and then he's like, "It's no different than Mickey Jane. Mickey Jane is a champion. And we'll address that, and we'll call her the Impact Champion, stuff like that.
At the
time,
we're
putting respect on her name. Billy Gunn is just 78-year-old Billy Gunn, daddy ass."
Yeah, pretty much. They wanted him to be part of it. I think that would have been a fantastic pop if they surprised us with it.
Could you imagine if they somehow got a Scissor Me Daddy-O? Like, remember he's like this. Yeah, what is Road Dogg and Billy Gunn sings? It was like, ladies and gentlemen, like
boys and girls, children of all ages.
And then what it goes from there, it's like
the New Age Outlaws.
We are the New Age Outlaws. And Triple H goes, what if he's like this? And at that point, and then he goes like this, and then Road Dogg looks at him like he just has a scissor out like this, like Billy Gunn just has a scissor out like this. And he looks at it. What's that? Oh, sorry. It's something I do now. Oh, that's something you do now. All right, and Triple H. Oh, are you? And then he goes right into it, like just like Billy Gunn, daddy ass, just like this. And he's like, "What is this? What are you doing?" Oh, sorry. I have it. We do this. We do this. We don't do this. We do this. Yo, but he's like, "Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this." So I think Tony Khan is at the point where he's like, "Tony, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shit on you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I just can't do it."
Dude, I do think eventually he finally gives in and accepts.
He needs help. Tony needs help, and it's beyond something I want to even get into at this point.
Do you think he got pissed with New Japan by having them
there's so much Tony stuff. I don't have the energy into it anymore. Yeah. I'm just done with Tony.
Dude, I like him in the beginning, but now it's getting to the point where it's just becoming he's like a total man child. He's like daddy's man child.
It's like a little child in your ear, man. It's just like,
dude, when his dad dies,
bro, I want to ruffle his hair.
Dude, when his dad dies and he inherits even more money.
Yeah, well, what makes a good point? Too many people in Tony's ear telling him what to do.
You know what the sad part is? If Vince was around, Vince probably would have let him do what the fuck he wanted. Vince probably would have been like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, ever since Vince gone, Tony think he hot shit now.
And Triple H is just like, no.
I was like, bro, you're forgetting Stephanie's still in the picture, bro.
And I think they're starting to film that Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes document. I think they're starting to because Cody did a tweet of him in the warehouse, and it was the throne, and it was the hammer and the throne.
Yeah.
And he's like, having second thoughts of this.
I think that's just a way to like tease the internet. He needs to make sure he's so relevant.
Yeah.
But I think that was all I had for topics today, man. Danny, it's been great having a talk with you. I love how we have different opinions, and
I think this was a really good show.
Yeah, like I said, me and you don't always see eye to eye on wrestling and stuff like that, but I think that's what makes it so great. Yeah. Wrestling's a spectrum, and I think as long as we're communicating it, listening to it, and being respectful for it, I think I enjoy having these talks with you, man.
Okay, yeah, me too, Joe. You do it really for a guy that doesn't watch as much. You're pretty good.
I try to make do. I'll take that as a compliment. I know you're trying. But but anyway, This has been Joey the Dream from the Bump Boys.
It's been Dirty Dan from the Bump Boys.
And this has been our episode of Ring the Bell. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You can find it on all platforms. Thank you for being our producer today. We really do appreciate it. He's been killing it behind the scenes. Thank you.
That's why he's the champ.
And that's why he's the champ, man. He has that hindsight.
Yes.
But this has been us from the Bump Boys. Peace.
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang! Yes!
Are we doing a double?